Cheers to Vlogmas day number 7. We have 18 more days of shopping. And I just got started last weekend. Haven't done now one lick of shopping this week. Today has started off to be a more low-key and chill kind of morning. I've been able to catch up on my emails. I've been able to dip my toe in my, my other outgoing job, and along with some of the to-dos that I have for my current job. My dogs are in here if you haven't noticed. So yeah, I have a meeting coming up here in about 30 minutes, and then it's weird, like my morning was quiet, but my afternoon is pretty heavy. So, but hopefully all will go rather smoothly. And yeah, and then after work, guess what I got going on today? It's actually funny because I scheduled I scheduled the appointment about a week ago. And, I had really hoped to make it a whole month with a full set of nails. This one chipped off. It's weird. It chipped off from the bottom last week, but then this one this morning I woke up. So it's probably, I don't know if it's in my bed somewhere. I didn't see it when I was making my bed. I didn't find it on the floor. I'm sure it's somewhere. Just like, you know how when things fall and then you don't know what happens to them, and then you come across it like a week later. So I'm still debating on what colors to go with. I'll probably go with like a neutral or a white with like a little sparkle. I would love to do my Grinchmas colors because this will probably last me through the end of the year into the holidays, but not holidays, but like Christmas. But I also have a navy dress that I'm wearing on Friday, and I don't want my nails to be so loud, especially when I'm going to be on a stage or on a panel, So yeah, I'll have to see what I feel like once I get there. But without further ado, I'm going to get back to work. Also, I noticed that when I talk, my dogs seem to think they can just get up and walk around. So I let them in at least for now, but I might have to let them out before this meeting. Especially, I don't want them out there. It's so cold. It's only 39 degrees out there, but I also hate having them in their kennel. For any of you who are wondering, I have them in a kennel at night because I don't like to wake up to surprises, and they're chewers and they will get into stuff while we're not around, aka asleep. So my dogs do sleep in a kennel at night, but I like letting them out and usually out during the day, but it's so cold. And then if I bring them in too early when I have meetings, it's just a lot going on, or they have to go to the bathroom and I'm in the middle of the meeting. It's just awkward. So I know at this point, after so long of doing this remote work thing, a lot of people are used to it. But to me, it's still like I try to avoid any distractions if at all possible. Unless it's like a huge meeting and I don't have to have active participation, it's a little different. But for the most part, I like to be respectful and give my undivided attention. Also, if my hairline looks a little off, it's because your girl had to touch it up. So if Melissa, if you're watching this, Melissa's my hairstylist, and she's probably gonna be mad because I did my own touch up, but I promise I don't use box like Walmart or Target brands. I actually go to Sally's Beauty and get like an actual like professional. I'm sure it's not as good as the stuff they use at the salon, but it's still more of a professional line versus just busting out a box. That's the one thing. If you're ever going to do anything, I learned this from even my previous hairstylist. She's like, do not use the box at the store. Like if you're going to do anything, if you have to touch up in between, go to the salon ones, like the actual professional grade. So I had to touch it up because your girl's gonna be, again, accepting a whole an award, and I don't want to be sparkling. And if you know what I'm talking about, usually those kind of lights, it like brings out the sparkle even more. And I'm still trying to remain a little youthful, you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this day started. I don't know, it might be a pretty short vlog too because I got, again, work, and I got my nails after, and then dinner, and there's really not much going on. No exciting like different kind of things going on today. Tomorrow might be a little different because tomorrow I do have a Frexmas that I'm going to with a group of friends. And so I'll ask them if I could catch a little video here and there and everybody could say hello to the camera if the vibe calls for it. If not, I'm just going to be in the moment. So we'll see. But for today, it's just kind of low-key, chill, just working. And I do got to take my daughter to her day 2 of basketball tryouts later. So, you know, just kind of going with the flow. But I'm going to talk to you on a little bit. Cheers to the cafecito. I promise you I've been sitting here at my desk and I don't know what's happened with this bun. Ready for tryout day number 2? Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, this is like deja vu. I swear it's the same exact spot talking to all of you yesterday. But just dropped Janessa off for day 2. Today's a little bit earlier because they have early out day at the school. So dropped her off a little early and gonna head on back. It's been a super productive day today. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I've been able to I am in the middle of writing my annual review, so I really need to get back on that so I could finish that. Outside of that though, I've been able to get caught up on the other stuff that I feel like I've had like put off for so long because I had all these other meetings yesterday. So yay to that. I'm gonna head home, finish what I was doing there, and grab a snack. I am so hungry. I had breakfast today, and then I had a snack. I had some sweet potato that I'm trying to get back into my swing of like healthier options. Not that I eat bad, it's just that I don't eat throughout the day, and then when dinner comes, y'all, I just be grubbing. So I'm gonna probably get like a little snack, at least just to carry me through dinner time. And gosh, I have my nail appointment right after, so it's probably a good idea that I eat something now, because by the time I get home from my nail appointment, it's gonna be late. And even if my family helps me with starting dinner early, that doesn't mean I'm gonna eat, because I'm gonna be starving still until I get home. So I think that's about it. I'm just hungry, so I think I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know, I just said I'm gonna be healthy, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have jelly. But it's not like horrible. And plus, I eat on that Dave's Killer bread, so it's usually a healthier alternative. How's that? Because this morning I had egg and toast and a little bit of cheese, and then I had my sweet potato. Then I've been drinking water. I had a cup of coffee. So, and you know what? I think I still have bean dip in there. You know, it's a couple days old at this point, but it still should be okay. As long as my chips are still good. I have a bag of corn chips in the pantry that I didn't use this past weekend because I ended up buying the lime corn chips. But if those ones are still, the other bag is still good, then I could probably just eat that. And bean dip is not as bad because it's protein with the beans, and then I have like tomato and cheese and avocado, so it's pretty healthy-ish, I guess you can call it. The sour cream maybe not so much, but it's not like it's a lot of sour cream. So that sounds good. I'm having bean dip. So how'd it go? Day 2, did they give any, like, when are they going to make the announcements? Like, we have questions.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say any of that.
Okay,
All we did was we pass it like 3 times, and then it goes back to the right side, and the middle people, they go running onto the court, and then you kind of catch it and throw it.
So they didn't say when they're gonna give updates on who made it or anything?
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
But after we did that, we when we opened the door, all like the boy team, they started cheering and everything.
That's weird.
I'm still sore.
So were there more like different girls today, or was it like all of the same people, or?
There was more.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we will see what happens.
We actually did a game. Well, little one. We did like 6 on 6
So
passport for each team.
So who won?
Well, my team made 3 shots, 4, 3.
Like you actually made it in the basket?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all.
You should say that to Ariana. Ariana's the one who made it.
Oh really?
Twice.
Oh wow.
And then another person made it. The third time.
That's cool. All right, well I guess we'll wait and see what happens when they give you guys the updates. Don't be judging my pots, you guys, but just got off work a few minutes ago. Got the rice going. Do not judge my pots. Got the taco meat going. Gonna do the tortillas here. As long as I can be out of here in the next 10 minutes, I'll make it to my appointment just in the nick of time. Because it only takes me like 10 minutes to get over there, but I gotta count for the lights and red lights and traffic because it's rush hour. But it's gonna be tacos, some Mexican rice, and you know, I just need to have the kids cut up all the sides, but that's what's for dinner. Super easy. And the rice, just gotta let it boil. I'm gonna cover it up. But here's the real reason why I haven't bought new pots, because I'm really trying to hang on to my electric stove, or my gas stove, for the longest time. But we all know there's like this whole electrification efforts happening in the world, and if I'm forced to have to buy an electric stove, I'll be darned. I'll save myself from cursing, but I'll be darned if I just spent $200 or $300 on new pots and pans that aren't going to work for the new one, for the new stove. Yes, it's really a thing. You have to have special pots and pans. Just saying. So we're going to stick to these little good old ride or dies here for a long time until I'm forced. Headed to my appointment. I never did have a moment to look up ideas or look up Pinterest for any ideas, but I think I might stick with a nude or a white color and then just do like a festive ring fingernail. I'm still, whether or not that's out of date at this point, I love having the one little extra nail like this one, so just gonna have to do it. So I'll probably do one with like some kind of extra bling. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Also, why does my hair look like I went and ran a whole marathon? I know why, why? It's like, gosh, I'm literally at my desk at my computer, like I'm not out here doing the most. But I had washed my hair, like I mentioned this morning. I had dyed my roots and then I washed it and then I blew dry it, so it has all this extra volume right now. And is it blue dry or blow dried it? Blow dried it. Anyway, so I put it up in this high bun today, but because I didn't add any gel, that's how I know why. But still, like, my goodness, so much going on. Okay, I'll come back in a little bit and probably wrap up the day. I would have showed dinner and the outcome, but I like scarfed that one taco down so fast that it still feels like it's stuck right here. I wasn't really that hungry because I had the late snack for the bean dip, but I also knew, like I mentioned earlier, I probably wouldn't be out of my appointment until closer to 7. So I didn't want to be like super extra hungry after work. And I was hoping to run by Sephora at Kohl's today. There's this blush that one of my favorite vloggers recorded, or YouTubers recorded in her Vlogmas, and I need it. I want it. I want to see if I can get my hands on it so I can use it for my look on Friday. But it's the Christian Dior in the color Rouge, and it's like this really pretty red matte looking blush. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But now that I have a Sephora here local to me, of course they're out, and they have a Sephora inside of Kohl's literally right directly across the street. For years I did not have an option for a Sephora unless I went on the other side of town to a local mall, and now that I have two, one is out of stock. And to be fair, I've only been there once, and the one time I walked in specifically to look for Lady Gaga House of Lab stuff, they didn't really have that great of a stock. So I don't know if it's because it's a newer store or whatever, but I wasn't impressed. And we do have an Ulta, so I'm not sure if Ulta carries the Christian Dior blushes, but I'm gonna be directly next to an Ulta where my nail person's at, so I'm gonna go check there first, and then on my way home I'm gonna stop at the Kohl's Sephora, because I tried searching their inventory online, but I don't know how legit that is. Like, it is going directly through the Sephora page, but because it's a Kohl's Sephora, it doesn't show what the Kohl's Sephoras have on the regular Sephora page, because again, it's through Kohl's, not directly through Sephora. It's weird how all that stuff works. And the only reason I know this is because when they used to be inside of Sephora, used to be inside of JCPenney's, and I'm sure all of you may already know this, but just in case you didn't know, now you know. If you have a Sephora gift card, like at the time, if it was a JCPenney Sephora gift card, you can't use it at a regular Sephora. It has to be at the JCPenney one. So I had that gift card forever, and then when I finally got around to going, because again, I have Ulta nearby my house, so I would never go to Sephora. But when I got around to going to the one at JCPenney's, which was last year, I got lucky, because when I went in, I noticed that everything was, again, kind of out of stock. And she's like, oh, it's because Sephora's and Penny's are going away. So you got in here just in time. If not, you probably would have missed out on being able to use it. I'm like, oh, well, that's good to know. And good thing I came when I did. And so now they're at the Kohl's. So makes sense. But anyway, makes sense, but it's a little frustrating because it's like the same store, but not. So I'm just gonna have to walk in there, and I'm in my PJ pants because I changed into these in particular. They're like loose, so that when I get my pedicure done, I could just pull them up, because I normally wear leggings, and I had those on earlier, but after a while, when your leggings are around your like upper calf, it's like they're cutting off your circulation. So, and whatever, if somebody sees me out in the streets, my face is done. I worked today, like, you know, I was up and grinding, but hey, it's after hours. It's my day. It's me time right now. So I'm pulling up into the nail place as we speak. I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back. I ended up going with white with a little bit of a rainbow ring nail, kind of what I was thinking about doing. I was going to ask her to do, I'm sure you've all seen, it's in right now where it looks like a natural nail. It's just like a creamy white nude color. But by the time I went to pick the colors, my phone died. By the time we went to work on the hand, I was going to say, hey, how about we try? And then all of a sudden, boom, my phone died. So there's that. It's all right. I did just leave Ulta, and they do not carry Christian Dior products. So I'm gonna swing over to the Kohl's and see if I can find the cheek blush there, and if not, then I'll probably just end up having to order it either online or going to the mall. They have it at the mall, but the mall's on the other side of town, and with the holidays, ugh. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, I'm gonna get up off of here and go to Kohl's and see what I find. You know what I also just realized? I have not put my car's antlers on. I'm so behind when it comes to certain things holiday. I feel like I was like, hurry, hurry, hurry. It's almost Christmas, and it was still November, and now that it is December, I'm like, oh, we still got time. It's so weird and bizarre, but I'll get there. So that's gonna be a goal. Maybe that'll be my highlight of tomorrow's Vlogmas, is putting on my reindeer antlers on my car. So they didn't even have their Christian Dior or Lady Gaga products out. There was a alternative. I took a picture. I should have videoed it. I took a picture of an alternative. It's the NARS blush. I did not get it yet because I want to try the Sephora, even though it says online that they're sold out. I'm gonna hold on and see if they have it over here. If they don't, then I might just go back, because I know NARS is a good brand. So, and that one's cheaper. The NARS one is $32 if I'm not mistaken. I know the Christian Dior one's $45. So, but let's go see. So I didn't end up finding what I wanted. they didn't even have it in the store, so I would have to go to the mall to get it. But at this point, kiss it goodbye, because I wanted it for Friday and I'm not going to go to the mall tomorrow. So what did you get, Jenny? I ended up spending my $50 gift card that I had for my birthday. It wasn't a Sephora card, it was for anything. But since I had it, I figured I would just use it. So I ended up getting this little watermelon eye mask, because I was like $1 or so short from being, you know, from it being a $50 transaction. So I ended up using this to sum up the cost. I ended up getting, I'm trying to do better about doing talc free. I know it's going to be hard to do completely 100% talc free, just because eyeshadows, everything. But one of the things that I apply the most all around my face is bronzer. And for the longest time, I've been using the Milani bronzer. It's like one of my absolute favorites. But I want to, again, try to start doing a little better, just in case all these things out there are true. You just never know. So, you know, when you're putting something on your face like that, like, I'm not one to sit here and try to like preach to anyone, but for me, I'm going to try to do, you know, kind of change things up a little bit. So of course, you knew I had to try the House Labs Lady Gaga talc free bronzer. So I was struggling a little bit with the colors, because I feel like the darker ones were a little too dark for me, and the lighter ones, I just couldn't tell that I had any bronzer on at all. So I went with the so it's called the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer, and it's in the color medium level 5. So I figure I'll just play it safe with that. And this is what it looks like. And all the packaging and everything, you could tell it's like good for the environment and, you know, biodegradable, etc. So I got that. And then it was funny because I was gonna get one of those little like mini talc what is it called? Translucent powders. And I still have some at home, but I found it ironic that I was here to buy talc-free bronzer after realizing the Christian Dior blush, of course, was not available. And then I'm like, how am I gonna try to do good by getting this talc-free one? But then I'm standing here with translucent powder, which is every single brand out there is still pretty much talc. I know Lady Gaga has one, but I was also not trying to spend 40 bucks for a setting powder. So I ended up picking up this Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Mini Instant Retouch Primer. It's the little travel size one. I'm just gonna try it out. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I don't really use primer at all for any of my makeup looks. And I have a friend that yells at me. She's like, what do you mean? So I'm hopeful that I have a bunch of makeup on my hands now. So let me just try it. So it smells really good. It actually smells like baby. There's something about it. It gives me like kind of like baby powder scent, but not all the way baby powder scent. And it's pretty light. And it's a soft matte. I don't want a super matte, but it's a soft matte, and I figure that can help, you know, because I do get oily in my T-zone for sure, so I figure that could be of help. But yeah, that's all I pretty much got. These 3 items here added up to just under 50 bucks, or just a little over 50 bucks. But I also don't spend money like that on products often, so I don't feel bad. But from now, at this point, let me go over here. I need to go get some gas. I'm gonna keep you all with me because gas is just around the corner, literally. It's like literally on the other side of Sephora. But I think after this, so my husband texted me asking me to go get my daughter some Cold Stone because she's been asking for Cold Stone for a good week or so now, and we just haven't gone. And the one day that we were gonna go, like, we had to go run an errand, like unplanned, and then we just totally forgot about it. By the time we thought about it, it was already too late. So we're gonna just go ahead and fulfill her wish today. it's funny because I told my husband I was going to come get gas, and he's like, already? But it's not that I need it. I'm still on like a little under half a tank, but I'm literally driving to the entire other side of Sacramento County into a whole other county, aka Yolo County, tomorrow. And oh, here, I don't like having to stretch the pump thing if I don't have to. So I'm gonna go get gas, and then go get Cold Stone, and then after that I'm gonna wrap up the vlog because this is already long and drawn out. And once again, I'm just talking. I don't do well with vlogging, like literally walking in. Like if I would have been walking in with camera right now at Sephora, I would have felt super uncomfortable because one, they're already kind of watching you, like to make sure you're not trying to steal. And I don't blame them. I mean, it's the holiday season. But then two, it's like, ma'am, can you please not record? I feel like somebody's gonna say, like, can you not record? Not allowed to record. And to be fair, you know, people don't want to be on people's cameras. So that's where I always like cringe. But all right, I'm here to get gas. What's the pumps nowadays? $3.79 for the cheaper one and $4.19 for the higher one. So not bad. Could be a lot lower, but not bad. I'll take that.